That's our shit.
A lot of shit's happening in the news today. I gotta write this shit down. So first of all, how's everybody doing? I'm waiting till some people get here.
In a
Doing
good
good.
fucking mood. Yankees busting ass right now. Let's go. They forgot who they playing. Who better than New York?
New York, in the city of dreams, but
Nobody
everything.
actually.
They forgot who they playing. Let's go.
LA, LA, big city of dreams, and everything in LA. Always what it seems. Hey, yo, try.
Yo,
I hope I didn't ghost you out with that story last night about that big lurch.
I don't listen to the nigga. I could care less. Like, what he do is his business. I just can't believe niggas would do that shit.
Right. PCP. That's why I don't do drugs.
Right.
Let's
Good.
go. Let's
Good.
go. Dodgers won. Dodgers ain't winning nothing.
Try's in a good mood tonight.
Dodgers ain't winning nothing. Taking that
He
championship.
just screamed in my ear.
I mean, he's in a good mood tonight.
I
Who you
told
gonna
you.
call?
They woke them
No,
up.
Ghost.
I told you.
Great
Y'all
mood.
sit up there.
Great,
Y'all was talking your little shit. Y'all woke them up now.
great mood. Good old Deke.
So I gotta.
Oh yeah. I seen niggas online bringing out the champagne. They celebrating. That champagne gonna be for us. Remember, I tell you that. Game 7 is ours.
All right. So Ari Lennox is in the news today, pretty much talking about Dreamville and Interscope, talking about she wants out of her contract. They don't know how to market her. That's a damn shame. That's a damn. You didn't see that post she posted on Instagram?
What post?
Aria Lennox leaving Dreamville.
Ari Lennox,
Rapping Lennox?
she wants out of her contract.
Rapping? Oh wow. With J. Cole?
Yeah,
Oh shit. What happened?
she felt like they weren't marketing her well.
Well, I mean, Dreamville is not an R&B label. So what is she expect?
Mm.
She
Also,
was
when
better. I mean, what label is good for her now anyway though? When it comes to R&B,
there's plenty of labels that's pretty good with R&B.
J Cole
It's
don't give a
just
fuck
that
about no R&B artist. He don't care about her. Let's keep it a buck. Like Dreamville is nothing but hip hop artists on that label. So I don't know no other R&B artists that's on there.
I hate to say it, but you do have a point. I hate to say it. Now,
TDE.
if it was TDE, they they do Scissor right though. If it was TDE, it would have been a different story.
They got TDE. They got Scissor, right? Scissor, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, TDE is that would fit her more. I don't know.
Also in the news, Ray J almost got his ass beat, pretty much by
I heard
Diddy's
about
sons.
I heard about
And
that.
guess who broke up the fight?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown of all people. Wow.
Chris Chris
So
Chris, I am not worthy of Michael Jackson's throne Brown.
the story goes, Diddy's sons did not like the comments Ray J made about the assets are being taken. and shit. So they whooped his ass outside of a Halloween party. That's insane. Assets are being taken. Hmm. Well, I guess Ray J's ass got took. So also Metro Boomin is in trouble. Apparently, he's accused of sexual assault. Apparently.
The ball's going to fly, and when that begins to happen,
Pretty much.
That's right. I mean, things when they start happening slow.
They said this shit. She said he. She said that he RIP'd her pretty much 2016. And he made a song about that shit. Honestly, that's insane. But a lot of motherfuckers don't believe that shit. So, you know.
Hit his fair share of Titanic blast to the pull side, but he also left sending him that way. 3-2 for clarity. One, two, three at the top of the first. Judge and Chisholm go deep in the bottom of the first. Trying to fight off.
Shout out to that nigga Mike.
For the West Coast, off to a roaring start.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Living on a prayer. Guess they playing Bon Jovi, Reg. That's a sign.
I know.
We living on a fucking prayer right now.
Halfway there. Oh, living
on a prayer. Take my hand.
Dead or alive, 'cause I'm wanted. Bro, that was
Dead or alive.
They don't know nothing about that. They don't know
I'm a
nothing.
cowboy. Dead or alive.
'Cause I'm wanted.
I don't even know that. That's all you want.
All right. Christian said, "What do you think that beef gonna end up, guys? You talking about Ray J and Diddy stuff, man? I don't give a fuck.
Under liberal borders are Kamala Harris. Illegal aliens.
I care less about Diddy.
That nigga done made Kim Kardashian and her family rich. Like at this point, there's nothing else he could do that's worse.
I found an album. I found an album anniversary we can do tonight. Fuck it. It's not a classic, but I still want to talk about it. I'm a cowboy. You said no K-Dot and Drake? Man, that beef is already... What more is there to say? What more is there to say at this point? Like, Drake should just accept that he lost. Point blank, period. He should be worried about these allegations coming out. That's what he should be worried about. Then I saw this one podcast say hip hop needs Drake. I'm like, no, they don't. Ever since Drake lost that beef, our legends are coming back and shit like that. Hip hop's looking in a good place. We don't need Drake. We good. Yeah. No. All right. What time is it? What's up, Miss Mari? How you doing? Q said, "What do you think about Ice Cube? What do you think about Ice Cube? Everything is corrupt." That was okay. I wasn't really a big fan of that one, right? To be real with you. Right. I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
What's good, you too? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try in the building with me.
Yo,
I got my homeboy Ray Sean in the building with me.
Yo.
And today's album anniversary, we're going to do Busta Rhymes with the Extinction Level, the ELE 2 album. Yes, this came out October 30th, 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Fairly recent compared to some of the other album anniversaries we've done in the past. Now he has been working on this album for years and years. You know what I'm saying? And it actually came out during the pandemic, which is ironic as hell. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, when it came to this album, it is of course a sequel to ELE from 1998. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what to expect from this record, but re-listening it to it now, it's actually a pretty solid album. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's perfect. I do admit some songs ran on a bit too long and shit like that too, but at the same time, I do fuck with it. This might be my favorite album he's ever came out with since maybe The Big Bang. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
you have songs like Out of My Mind with Velvet DeVoe, which samples Poison, honestly.
I did not like that one though.
Oh man, I actually like that one.
That just seemed lazy. That should have been on that Blockbuster album he did.
Oh heck no, no, no.
I did not like the way he sampled Poison.
The intro to ELE 2
Yes.
with Chris Rock, Rakim, and Pete Rock was dope. I
Mhm.
left the Purge. Boop was pretty cool too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look
Mhm.
over your shoulder with Kendrick Lamar. Now, this song used that Jackson 5 sample. I want to say it's what's that song? Was it I'll Be There? I want to say it was I'll Be There that you use.
Yeah.
Got to be one of those songs. I remember when I first heard it, I didn't really like it because it was just they just pretty much took the whole sample, but that one actually pretty grew on me and stuff like that too. I feel like Kendrick definitely did his thing on that one. And then you had like the bonus tracks with like songs like "Calm Down" with Eminem, which I didn't really care for that record to be real with you. Hope Your Dreams Come True. I mean, is it a bit too long? Yes, it's a bit too long. I feel like he was trying to match the same energy with ELE, but ELE 1 had a theme to it. A lot of people fail to realize that shit. You know what I'm saying? It had a theme to it. And I feel like with this one, it did kind of have a theme, but he's been recording this album for years. So some songs you can definitely tell was recorded 2014, 2015, and shit like that, just based on like the production and everything. But what do you guys think about this album?
Hey Sean, what you think?
Uh, I never heard of this album, but I did heard the first album, the Illy one. That was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I never heard of this album before.
I did a review on this. Right? Remember, during the pandemic, I did a review on this with who was on that? I think it was what's his name? Fuck. Marquise. Marquise. I did a review with Marquise. And it was great. And I mean, Buster was working on this album for like a whole decade. It was like we kept hearing about it. It's similar to like Raekwon, and Raekwon was working on Cuban Link 2. We was hearing about that for years until it finally dropped. And you know, I love the way that Buster stuck with the theme, like the apocalypse type of theme, like he did with his previous, solo albums. And the intro was great. And at one point that intro went into like you know, the world is yours joint.
Right.
And that's the sample that Nas used from was it Ahmad Jamad,
Yep.
the jazz musician. And that was great. And the features he had on here, he had a lot of features on here. He had a lot of features on here. Kendrick was on this, and Rakim, MOP, Minister Farrakhan, even ODB, who's been dead for years. He managed to have an ODB feature on this album. Q-Tip, Rick
Because why
Ross,
not?
Anderson. Huh?
Because why not?
Yeah, Anderson Pack, Rhapsody, a lot of features. A lot of the songs I enjoy. Best I Can with Rhapsody. I love that collab he did with her. The Lamar joint was fire. You know, the BBD song I didn't care for. I just didn't like the way he used Poison. I didn't like the way he sampled it. You know, but he came out with that as a single. There's a video for that with him and BBD. You know, I
Facts.
love BBD. I don't care that I don't care for him to use that sample like that though. He could have used it in a different way. But overall it was a great album. It lived up to the hype, and it was a good sequel to the original one. And especially like to end the year off with that, and you know that's his last good album, because Blockbuster is garbage. That's We gotta forget Blockbuster and throw it out of our minds, and hopefully come out. I know he come out with a new album. Hopefully that one is better. But
I'm not in
yearly
a
two, huh?
rush to listen to that.
Huh?
I'm not in a rush to listen to that one.
Well, it's still Busta Rhymes. I'm still gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a veteran. He's a legend. I just don't like. I don't know what he was trying to do with Blockbuster. Maybe he was trying to cater to the younger fans and the
Trap, drill
the
rap.
drill rap, but that shit was trash. And I think even he know that. That's why he had to come out with a new album.
That was a TikTok album.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we get like the real Busta Rhymes album that we know he's capable of giving us.
Right. All right. Well, now we're gonna get into some cartoons. Something strange in YouTube. Who you gonna call? Reg reviews. Something good.
Let's
So
go.
good. Who you gonna call? Reg. Okay, let me be real. All right. So we're gonna talk about the Real Ghostbusters. This was the cartoon that ran from 1986 September 13th to 1991 October 5th. It ran on ABC. It was also in syndication for a while too. This was based on, of course, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Which you guys always know that. Um, Voice actors include Lorenzo Music, who voiced Garfield. Rest in peace to him. Maurice LaMarche, you know what I'm saying, who voiced Brain from Animaniacs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Futurama characters as well too. You got Frank Wexler, very dope voice actor right here. You know what I'm saying? You got Arsenio Hall, yes, that Arsenio Hall. You know what I'm saying? Dave Coulier, Buster Jones, Laura Summer, Kath Soucie. All my Rugrats fans, y'all should know about her.
Yeah.
Roger Roger Bumpass, who voiced Squidward from SpongeBob. Wow, they have some heavy hitters here.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff Altman, you know what I'm saying? He was pretty much a comedian. So yeah. So I'm gonna start off. How did y'all get into the real Ghostbusters cartoon? I'm gonna start off with Try this time. You hear me, Try?
By the time they had series, it was like, yo, I gotta watch it. You know, Saturday mornings. You
Yeah.
know, it came on. Well, you had one on ABC with Slime and the Real Ghostbusters, and then you had like the Real Ghostbusters that was on uh WPIX before they changed to CW, and before they changed to WB and then CW later, and that would come on in the weekdays. It was on Fox as well on the weekdays, and they had another. You got to talk about the other Ghostbusters cartoon, because it was real confusing as a kid,
No, we don't got to talk about.
and trying to figure out which one is the real fucking Ghostbusters. Like we
No, we don't. We don't. Oh, go ahead. Hello. He's up.
we don't what
We don't talk about the filmation one because
we
that
don't
one was
acknowledge it.
nah.
Ray Sean, did you hear what he said? I didn't hear what he said.
I think say we're not gonna talk about the filmation Ghostbusters.
Can you hear me?
confusing as a kid. I can't hear you.
You say you
Hello?
can't hear us?
Nah, you was going in and out.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You said we don't
Okay.
acknowledge the other one?
There's the filmation one. We don't
the
talk about that.
filmation. Yeah.
No, we have to acknowledge that one
The,
because that one it was like a lawsuit and all that.
the Deke.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like that was confusing for kids. Like when that one comes on in the afternoon, and then you got later on at 4:30, you got the Real Ghostbusters on the same network. So that was confusing. I'm like, why do they have another Ghostbusters with a gorilla and a flying car, and you got the real Ghostbusters with Peter, Winston, Egon, Ray, Janine. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I actually watched both of them. I thought both of them were good, but we knew what the real one was and who the fake one was. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. They had many great episodes and episodes. Going after certain villains that should have been featured in the movies, and for whatever reason we didn't get that. And of course they had like Goza and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in those cartoons, but and the animation was good. Like the animation, I like back then the animation was great. Like the way that they did cartoons, not like now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the animation, huh?
Yeah. Where was the like cell animated?
I don't like how animation is done now. It's not
Yeah.
it's not clean. It's not. They don't have like a clean. Everything to me now is like they basing it off of like how they do anime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like how it used to look. You know, but I enjoyed it. Like I thought the cartoon was great. You had like a toy line to go with the cartoon as well. A lot of the tunes back in the 80s and 90s had their own toy line. And it was great. It was just a classic cartoon.
Okay. What about you, Ray Sean?
Um, how I got into the Real Ghostbusters. Now with me, I I recently watched this show when I was at CCP still with my family, my mother and my younger sister, and I really like the cartoon. I love the theme song. Everybody knows the theme song to both the cartoon and the film, and I love Geek Entertainment. They make some very great cartoons from this
Yes.
Heathcliff. It's about the gadget. Like every cartoon that we watched as a kid, and they're also responsible for voicing for dubbing Sailor Moon as well. So I like the cartoon. Um, I like how they make Slimer like a sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah, and Slimer he reminds me of those type of sidekicks that you would see in like shows like Thundercats with Snarf or Black Cauldron, Gurgi. Like he like that sidekick, the comic relief sidekick. And I love the voice acting from Lorenzo Music, um, Frank Welker, still doing his thing. So everybody did their A game in his cartoon.
Okay. To me, I actually got into this show just sometimes just scrolling through reruns on TV and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And I've always just loved the animation because if you guys know me, you guys know that when it comes to '80s cartoons, some of them were very fickle and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them tried. It was like this. It was like the '80s. I can characterize the '80s in three things. It's the Hanna Barbera,
Uh-huh.
Scooby Doo retreads. The let's make these established cartoons to younger kids. Smurfs
Mhm.
was the saving grace for Hanna Barbera. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
Then right. Then you had the cartoons that was main purpose was to sell the toy line, like Transformers, Care
Voltron.
Bears,
Yep.
the Voltron, and stuff
Yep.
like that too. Which those are the cartoons I really, really, really don't. Now, technically, Ghostbusters it did got a franchise too, but we'll talk about that. And then you have, of course, the late '80s Renaissance. This is when you have like the Ducktales, the Gummy Bears, Chip and Dale, Heathcliff. Well, Heathcliff was more earlier.
Heathcliff, no one should.
Um, I would even throw in the Super Mario Brothers cartoon series because I actually like that cartoon, the Super Mario
That was
World
great.
one.
That was great.
Yeah, that
The
that was good
first
too.
one, the first series with Captain Lou Albano. That one
Yes,
was,
yes.
and then like when they went to NBC with Captain and the Game Master, and they were doing like
Oh,
the episodes
uh,
based off of Super Mario 3. It wasn't the same.
see this Captain and Game Master. I might want to talk about that one day,
Yeah,
but because
I
that
mean
show
that was okay, but I prefer the Super Mario series with Captain Lou playing Mario.
same. And then yeah, the late '80s, you had a more of the characterization, like based on character based, not just plot driven. Character driven, that's the right word. Because I've seen a lot of people say that DuckTales was like in some way the first quote unquote '90s cartoon, which I mean,
Actually,
it did kind of.
DuckTales was right.
You said
DuckTales,
what?
DuckTales was 80s, right? 80s.
Yeah, but it's like the style was way ahead of its
Oh yeah,
time
yeah,
and shit like
yeah,
just based on everything. And then I forgot Alvin and the Chipmunks. How could I forget that show?
yeah.
Love that one.
Alvin and Chipmunks, classic.
Yeah. But I feel like that one gets forgotten now, and we have that trashy movie series, which that's don't even get me started on that. But
Crap,
back to the real ghost
Right.
facts.
crap.
So back to the real Ghostbusters. It's like when it came to this show, I've all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's another great one
Classic.
coming soon.
87,
Yes,
the 87 series though. Yeah,
yes. But the real Ghostbusters was really. I always call this like the best movie to cartoon adaptation, in my opinion, because I felt like it would stay true to the characters. It didn't downplay the audience, and I've actually liked some of the later seasons because it got more darker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the first couple of seasons was great. I loved it, but I feel like it was very consistent, well rounded, and everything. Um, I'm kind of glad that MeTV Tunes is playing the show again now because it hasn't been seen in TV on for years though. But the DVD releases is a different story, which we'll get more into that later on. But let's tell the whole history of this show. So we can't talk about this cartoon without actually talking about Ghostbusters, honestly. So Ghostbusters was a big hit, and it not only had a great response from the audience, from the adults, but from the kids too. So naturally, let's make a comic book series, and let's also make a cartoon series about this show. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? So pretty much, it is following the four Ghostbusters and their secretary JD, excuse me, JD, their accountant Lewis, and of course Slimer, as they try to save ghosts from New York City and stuff like that too. Which I feel like that's another reason why the show is not seen on TV a lot because they do show like the Twin Towers, rest in peace of the Twin Towers, a lot in the show. So
Yeah.
I noticed that. I'm sorry, my nose is all stuffed up, but I noticed that with a lot of certain shows that was based in New York, some of them might be taken away from syndication and stuff like that too, just because they might show the Twin Towers a lot and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But give me one quick second. Let me blow my nose right quick. I'm gonna let y'all go on. I'll catch you.
Right, because that was a very traumatic history in human history.
yeah.
Very traumatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I miss Fox Kids.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially this Saturday morning with X-Men and Spider-Man.
yeah, yeah,
That was a show.
I remember Spider Man. The animated series. My
Yeah.
brother get to watch the show all the time.
They're trying to bring it back now. They want to bring back Spider-Man.
Yeah, um, yeah, Spider Man, X Men, the Tick,
You know. Yeah.
yeah, the Tick, Bobby's World, yeah, all them shows.
I never watched the Tick, and I just thought the Tick was stupid. And Bobby's World I wasn't into, and you know,
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm back.
huh?
I'm back now. Sorry about that. Man, no, I do not like talking with this.
Beetlejuice.
But but yeah, what I was saying, so it follows them, the continued adventures of them, and everything like that too. So when it comes to the show, you had Peter being voiced by Lorenzo Music in the first two seasons, and then Dave Coulier in the remainder of the seasons too. You have Maurice
Uncle
LaMonche
Joey.
voice.
Uncle Joey was Peter.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was a voice actor a lot in like that time.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
Dave Coulier.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was also he also dubbed a few Richard Pryor lines too for TV. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Now he didn't say the N word. Just letting y'all know that right now. I just want to let y'all know that. Then he had Maurice LaMonche who played Eon. Fred Wexler played Ray Slimer and shit like that too, among other characters. He had Arsenio Hall voicing Winston for the
Oh,
first
Senior
three
was
seasons.
Winston. Wow.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Buster Jones ended up taking over for the rest of the season when Arsenio got his own show, and that's another story for a different day. He got Laura Summer voicing Janine in the first two seasons, and Kath Soucie voicing her in the remainder of the season. Roger Bumpash voicing Lewis Tully. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a very well-rounded guest voice cast and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, man, it's kind of crazy too because it's ironic too because I was reading up and Bill Murray did not like how his cartoon version. He did not like how his cartoon version sounded more like Garfield, if anything, because Lorenzo Music was Garfield. But the irony is,
Yeah.
Bill Murray ended up playing Garfield in
Right.
that
Right.
movie back in which that's the funny part right there.
Oh, good.
And mind you, he didn't even know that was the Garfield he signed up for. He thought he signed up for a different movie.
Wow.
And yeah, that's crazy. So the show ran on Saturday mornings on ABC and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And let me pull up the lineup because lineup at this time, man, was crazy and shit like
Yeah.
that too.
ABC
give me
lineup
one
was
second.
crazy.
Hell yeah. Like ABC has Saturday mornings on locked
Yes.
at that time. I don't give.
I want to say it was
So-
ABC and NBC
Yeah.
that had the best shit. CBS
Definitely.
had some shows that I like, not everything.
Yeah, CBS mostly their main grab was Pee Wee's Playhouse though, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
man.
what
But,
I watched. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, but Real Ghostbusters debuted 10 a.m. and stuff like that, and the lineup had the Flintstones Kids. It came on after the Flintstone Kids, an hour of that, and the Pound Puppies. It was right after. That. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow. I forgot
Which
about Pound Puppies.
I never liked that show, but that's another story for a different day.
Was that show? That show wasn't even on when you was born, Reg.
I don't give a fuck. I still watched it. I mean, I didn't watch it, but when that stupid theme song and shit like that, I just you know,
80s version.
I don't
like Pound Puppies. Period.
Remind us of the theme song because I forgot.
I heard it once and I just took it out my memory though. That's how crazy. It was like some you know how the 80s theme songs of cartoons it has like a very
Right.
playful melody
Mhm.
and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they was trying to
Like
always,
Camp Candy.
yeah, like some shit like that. Yeah, but again, you know me, I watch hella cartoons. You talking to somebody that watches Popeye cartoons from the 30s and shit, but that's
Oh,
another
Lord.
story for a different.
I ain't going that far back with Popeye, but
Well, just because I'm born in the 90s doesn't mean I have to regulate the shit in my
well,
time period.
I love Popeye, but I don't like the old school Popeye from the black and white shit.
Oh, you tripping?
Nah,
Don't tell me
I
you
don't
like
like it.
the famous studios, the colored ones. Don't tell me you like color ones
Yeah, I
and
like the
shit.
color ones. Yeah,
Oh man,
but I don't like
give
black
me
and white shit in general. I don't like black and white movies either. Like
what you like.
Psycho was the exception. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a fan
Okay,
of like black and white films.
respect. But yeah, man. But yeah, I have a different variety. I like a variety of cartoons because you know cartoons these days suck mostly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Even some of the
except for
adult
Rick and
cartoons.
Morty. Rick and Morty's a
Yeah,
shit.
Rick and Morty's the shit. Yeah. Batman, Cape Crusader, X-Men '97. But
That's
again, those are like
yeah,
already
top tier,
established.
top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the first season, you had a lot of crazy things in the Saturday morning cartoons and shit, like people smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, which it might sound tame today, but you gotta remember this was the '80s and
Hmm.
stuff. This was Reaganomics,
Yeah,
and when the show went to like syndication, that's when they try to like clean it up for the kids and everything like that too. Which I'll get more into that in a minute. But I've actually liked the first like couple seasons. You know how I feel like it stayed true to like the film and everything like that too, bringing back a lot of iconic ghosts. But when the show definitely went towards like the onwards, and they came out with like the Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters because
yeah.
Slimer was pretty much the mascot, and
Mm.
this is what I tell people when shit like that too. You know, you have to have that mascot just like for that family friendly shit that attract the families and stuff like that.
Mm.
So Slimer was the franchise's Snarf. And you guys know when we did
Oh
Thundercats, I
God,
did not like Snarf. I did
why
not
do you
like
do
Snarf.
that? Every
What?
cartoon had a mascot. You know that, right?
I
Pikachu,
know, but let me
Mario.
talk. Let me talk. But yeah, and it was just like Snarf was annoying. Slimer was funny. Snarf was annoying and shit. But oh, I forgot to mention this. So they actually did a 4 minute pilot episode and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which you can actually find that on YouTube. It's like a very short pilot, but it's still noteworthy to watch and stuff like that too. Because they actually got the Ghostbusters wearing beige. Um, they have to have them wearing like beige jumpsuits and everything like that too. But other than that, once the show got on with some Slime and the Real Ghostbuster, they try to get more darker storylines and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a lot of back and forth between. It was like a lot of back and forth between like creators and the network because you know ABC they try to keep it all family friendly and everything like that too. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And by the time they got into like the fourth season, it was like a mixture between the youthful episodes and then the darker episodes
Yeah.
and stuff too.
It's when they did the name change and they put Slimer in the Real Ghostbusters, like the episodes became darker.
And me, Slimer, yeah. Like I've always loved when no lie, I've always loved like the later theme songs with the hard ass 80s drums and shit like that. I don't know why. I just love this.
Mm.
I've always loved the theme song they did for this show because it's crazy. They actually came out with a soundtrack for this
Wow.
show by these like little it's for this little kid pop group called Tahiti.
Wow.
So if you guys watch like the first couple of episodes in the first two seasons, they will have like these like Scooby Doo chase scenes, and then that music could come from that Tahiti. Um, I don't know if I'm saying it right though, but I
No,
don't give a
probably not.
fuck. The album's hard to come by these days and shit like that. You know what I'm
We
saying?
know
But
you'll get it.
try don't try to toot my own horn and shit. But yeah. And so this as the show was going on and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? They actually had to actually have some redubbedness when it came to like certain episodes. So and what I mean by that is like let's just say this. So if you guys watch the first couple of seasons and stuff like that, it would have the regular voice actors, but then sometimes like when they would re-release the show with the syndication, they would for some odd reason they would redub it because I guess like the audio might not be clear. Some weird shit like that. But yeah, man, I wasn't really able to find a lot of information about that. Maybe Ray Sean, do you know why they did a lot of redubness and shit?
Mainly because again, like you said,
Yes.
probably because the audio might be too low for them to hear, or
Yeah,
or they might they might redub it because so the audience who watch it can hear the audio much more clearer.
true. I figured that definitely. And with all these changes, it also got them like low ratings were starting to go down and stuff like that too, which not surprising because motherfuckers want to temple some shit. And the show it still ran for over 100 episodes, which surprisingly compares to like other cartoons at that time because it ended its run in 1991. You know what I'm saying? So that's a pretty impressive run for an 80s cartoon. About 7 seasons
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit like that too. Other shows like Smurfs and Alvin and the Chipmunks. A lot of 80s cartoons might run for like 2 or 3 seasons, but once they hit that 65 episode mark and stuff like that, they just end it off and stuff like that. They might come out with the movie, some bullshit, but yeah. The show actually did also have a spinoff called The Extreme Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? Which I remember when this one came out. I remember
I
when
don't
this
think I
one came
saw that.
out.
What year was that?
This was 97.
Yeah, I didn't see that
This
one.
was this was it only ran for 1 season. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much Ghostbusters to the extreme. In that because
yeah,
Yeah.
the late 90s, early 2000s, everybody wanted to be extreme and with it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
like
But
cool, like be hip and cool with the kids.
yeah, yeah, that whole Y2K flavor,
Yeah,
shit like that too.
G.I.
And
Joe had the extreme show too.
oh, don't even
I
get
didn't
me
like
started
that
on.
one. That one was
Don't
trash
even
too.
don't even get me started on that. B. I don't even like GI Joe to begin with. So
totally spies.
what does that tell you? But yeah, man. This was a very cool show and everything like that too. It's kind of crazy because it's like if you want to get this show on DVD, it's very interesting because of course the show is not on streaming, but all the episodes are on YouTube, Daily Motion. You can easily find all the episodes, but the thing about it is like when the show came out on DVD, for some odd reasons, certain episodes have gotten taken out, and then they would re-release it sometimes too, and then they would throw in some episodes and take out some episodes, take out the music in some episodes too. So
Crazy.
if you guys was to get the DVD or complete series of this, I recommend you getting the Time Life complete series that came out in 2008. That has literally all the episodes and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about getting like a lot of the Sony they take episodes out and sometimes they throw in the syndicated episodes, which I hate when motherfuckers like streaming DVDs and stuff like they want to just cut out certain scenes and shit. It's like if I want to watch a damn syndicated episode, I'd rather watch it on TV and stuff like that.
Why can't we watch all of them in full instead of just cutting them out?
Exactly,
That's the annoying
exactly.
part.
Because
Oh
it's
boy.
actually half-assing the fans and shit. But yeah, I mean, but at the same time too, they literally have the episode is easily defined on online and shit. And of course, it's not on streaming and stuff like that too. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be on streaming
Let's
yet.
go.
You never know.
Q, what happened to your Dodgers tonight?
But yeah, the Time Life version is actually out of print. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the history of the show. We can talk about favorite episodes and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to start?
I don't
I'll
got
start.
any favorites. The Ray Sean could go. I don't have any favorites. I don't even remember a lot of those episodes.
Well,
I remember there was like one villain, the main villain that always used to show up. I forgot his name though, but he had like He looked. You know what I'm talking about, Reg? The main villain.
Was the boogeyman?
Was it him with the two leg? He looked like a cow. He had like the two
I
hind
think
legs, and then he had like the big head and shit.
I think it was a boogeyman, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, like he was always like a reoccurring villain on there. Like he would show up in like different seasons, and now that villain should have been in the live action films, and he never did it, and I don't know why, but that should have happened at some point, you know. But
Yeah, I'm actually
yeah,
surprised. But yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like you know when you watch He-Man and you had Skeletor was always a thorn in He-Man's side, and you watch Thundercats and Mumra was always a thorn in Lionel and the Thundercat side. So Boogeyman was like that. He was like the main protagonist for the Ghostbusters. But
yep,
I remember like certain ones. There was one episode with Boogeyman and like he was like going inside like kids' rooms and taking the
Oh
kids.
yeah, yeah. I saw that episode
Yeah,
too.
that one was like one of my favorites. I remember that one, and it reminded me so much of like Poltergeist. In
Yeah,
like the first
yes.
Poltergeist film, and you had, you know, Caroline gets taken from her room and everything, and give me
right.
Poltergeist vibes, and that was like one of my after that I don't remember like too many of the other episodes, but it was just he should have been brought to life on the big screen in the actual films.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. That was a wasted opportunity, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So
You,
my top three are the episode where called Mrs. Rogers' Neighborhood, where all the four Ghostbusters go into to this old lady's house, which who at first seems to be like the kind old lady at first until she's actually a ghost, and the Ghostbusters has to get rid of her, like they did with the other ghosts, where they suck them in like that ghost trap. And my second one, like Try said, they did the episode with the boogeyman where the boogeyman goes and he haunts the kids' nightmares, and and the only way to defeat the boogeyman is to not be afraid of him. So that was a good episode. And then my final one was the episode where everyone went to sleep, and everybody was dreaming and was dreaming about dreams where dreams affect reality. So that was a good one too.
okay. Yeah, I remember the Dreams episode. I saw that a while back ago. And shit.
Yeah,
Um. Okay. Okay. I have a few favorite episodes. I think one of my first favorites might be. It came from the first season. I want to say it was the kilowatt episode. You know what I'm saying? That had James Avery voice the ghost called Kilowatt, who pretty much took over the power plants in New York City and everything like that too. Um, I actually like the episode that kicked off the sixth season called Janine, You Changed. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my all-time favorite episodes, and I recently watched that episode recently too. And pretty much they're wondering what's going on with Janine, and Janine's pretty much being haunted by a fairy godmother and stuff like that. And then you have a very nice scene with Egon and Janine. How pretty much Egon said that he liked her the way she was. She don't have to do all the changing and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very, very. That's the thing about the show. Like the later season got more darker and mature and
Right.
stuff like. You know what I'm saying? For Slimer fans, I do like Baby Smookums season three. You know the whole story. A cute little creature is actually a monster, but no one wants to see how much of a monster that person is and stuff like that until this last minute. But the story again takes a more darker turn because Baby Snookums was like looking for parents and some shit like that. I think Slimer helped them reunite and shit like that too. But at the same time, they still talk shit about Slimer, cough, cough, Peter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also another episode, Slimer come home when they threw a surprise party for I think it was Egon. It's like no yeah for Egon or whatever.
I think it was
And
Winston.
Slimer Winston, thank you.
Winston.
Slimer done ate the whole fucking cake, and everybody was all like, "Oh, it's okay, Slum." Peter was like, "No, it's not okay. He always does this thing."
Right.
And Slimer runs away,
I
and
remember that one.
everybody.
Yeah.
You remember that one too? Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to look for him, but then Peter was all like, "Let him run away." Like Peter was a fucking dick that episode, but then he tried to look for Slimer 2 on the low. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Peter and Slimer's relationship always had me rolling and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why though, but
Well, he didn't
Yeah.
like getting slimed by Slimer, so that's what it was.
I don't think anybody likes getting slimed. Okay, shit.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
He was like a
Slimer.
dog. He was like if you had a pet dog or cat,
Yeah.
sometimes they would get on your nerves and like get the fuck away from me. Yeah.
Right. That's what he always says. Slimer, cut it out. Oh my gosh, that this whole show is funny as hell and shit. I mean, to me, like I said, I've always said this is like the best movie to cartoon adaptation ever. Oh, and Try, you did bring up a point because we gotta talk about the elephant in the room, the Filmation version and shit like too. So what a lot of people don't know was that there was actually a 1975 live action television show called The Ghostbusters and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying, which had a similar plot, but this was more F Troop than anything. And they came out with their own show. Formation came out with their own show based on that version in the same year. And it only ran for like 1 year in syndication, but a lot of people got confused by that because it's like 2 shows of Ghostbusters and stuff like that too. So there was a lawsuit that involved, and Columbia agreed to license the name from Filmation for a reported $608,000 plus 1% of the profits. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everyone remembers the real Ghostbusters. No one really, unless you're a cartoon head, they remember the Filmation because Filmation cartoons, some of them were just very hit or miss.
Filmation was behind He-Man, so I love Masters of the Universe.
I see. I don't like He-Man.
Right.
I don't care.
But I did watch it. I watched the fake Ghostbusters. I just as a kid, I didn't understand why there was 2 and they were 2 totally different cartoons.
Facts. Yeah, man, because you know they're trying to capitalize on that fucking shit. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, I think my favorite thing Filmation ever done was Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
so that's
that show.
Fat Albert.
But-
That show was messed up. That show was messed up. Especially
Yo, that show was fucking dark, low key. Like, remember that episode when they went to prison?
Yes.
And then, what are you looking at, you little bastard? I was like, hold on, they said bastard on Saturday.
They say worse things in prison than that.
With the N word.
They did.
Yeah.
They did and shit. And then of course, you know, Bill Cosby come out with a lesson talking about, you see, kids, that's what happened. You shouldn't go to prison. And look what happened years later. But we're not going to talk about it.
Or foretelling. Right?
Right, like
Creep.
Like,
how you gonna
and
tell
then, you know,
kids not to go to prison and your old ass went to prison?
Shut up.
That's some
Cross-eyed bastard.
foreshadowing right there.
Because look, they had an episode where
Look at that catch.
They had an episode where
tonight, boy.
niggas got killed from gang violence and shit. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. This is dark as fuck. The fuck?
Yeah, different strokes. The cartoon. Yeah, different strokes.
Right. If Different Strokes was a cartoon, right?
Yeah, different strokes.
No, I'm about to say it almost was, but I know Arnold had his own cartoon.
Yeah,
he played an angel.
That cartoon was depressing as hell. That cartoon was depressing as hell. Nah. Speaking of Gary Coleman, remember that movie where he played this like this guy who just lit matches and just burning up shit because his parents was getting a divorce?
Nah. What? He was a
Hold on.
arsonist?
Yes, arsonist. Yes.
I never saw that.
It was a rare TV movie. Like when the documentary came out months ago,
Was
somebody
that an after school special?
kind of sort of, yeah.
So he got mad that his parents was getting divorced and he was lighting up shit?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna look at it's called Playing with Fire.
Wow.
I'm gonna show you what the trailer looks like. Hold on.
Let's
I
go.
saw this movie recently. This shit had me dead and shit.
I never saw that.
Like this nigga will be broad daylight, just lighting up fire, just burning up shit.
What is he, fire starter? The fuck?
Oh my god.
Yo.
I was like one time this motherfucker lit up his mama's coat and guess who played the mama? Guess who played the mom?
Who?
Cicely Tyson.
Oh my god.
Wife, yeah.
Hold
She
on,
kinda old to be
I
playing
can't
his mom, yo. That she more like granny.
Yo, chill.
Yeah.
Cicely was young at one point. Chill out.
I know. At one point.
Chill
That's
out.
the key word.
Some crazy ass episodes, like the bicycle main episode.
Oh, different strokes, man.
What the fuck? Where'd you find this?
Never seen him before. He's cheered your heart.
Who would look at Gary Coleman and be like he's a fire starter? That's not even believable.
About a young boy's desperate plea for love and understanding.
Bro, this nigga's a bad motherfucker, yo.
Everything's my fault.
Cicely Tyson got the pattern on Gary.
Yeah. Like this nigga would just randomly just light up shit. I'm just like nigga, what the fuck? Like, and then everyone asked him, how did this happen? He's like, I don't know. What you mean you don't know? You were right there. It's like, I was just my own business. Oh my! The movie's on YouTube too. I'm gonna send it to you and shit.
Lord.
But yeah, Mr. Drummond couldn't save him that time and shit. So he just let loose. Fuck it.
But it's wild.
Dark history.
Yeah.
Especially
But yeah, Bill Cosby.
Dana Plato.
That show, I don't know. All them kids, man, they just went through some shit, boy. Thank God Todd Bridges is doing better these days, man. Because
What you doing now, Willis?
minding his business and staying off drugs.
Right, for now.
Stop it. He's been off drugs for like 30 years. Stop it.
30 years, he has he? Okay.
Shut up, nigga. Nah, but for real though, Todd Bridges is a legend though. Let's give Todd some love.
Yo, what is good?
But yeah, that's all I have to say really about the real Ghostbusters. I don't think I have that much to say, but it is a cartoon classic.
Yeah.
I just love how they get rid of the ghosts. Like it reminds me so much of Luigi's Mansion. How Luigi gets rid of the ghosts too.
Oh, Luigi's Mansion. That I'm still mad I gave away that video game.
Yeah,
You gave that away?
No, because I was trying to pay a bill. When I was little, I didn't like it at first, but now growing up, I was like, yeah, actually, this game's fire. But I'm kind of mad I gave
That
it.
shit is hard to find now.
It is.
Yeah.
You know?
It reminds me so much of the way they get rid of the ghosts. It reminds me of Luigi's Mansion. How Luigi gets rid of the ghosts when he's in that mansion fighting the
Right. You know what I always loved about that game? It was like there was no background music and just the whole Luigi just like whistling, like when you trying to solve a mission to keep himself brave. I've always loved that little thing about that.
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all this: Super Mario Sunshine or Luigi's Mansion?
I never played Sunshine, so I gotta go with Luigi's Mansion.
Oh shit!
I never played that. That was on N64?
No, GameCube.
GameCube? Yeah, I didn't have the GameCube at that point.
Yeah, Sunshine was my game though. That was underrated.
Yeah,
What
because
was he doing in that? Wasn't like he had like a backpack or some shit?
so yeah, the story goes somebody accused him of like spraying graffiti around these towns, and so he has to clean up the town and find the real person. but this was like the debut of Bowser Jr. Because Bowser Jr. dressed up like Mario, kidnapped Peach, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So
They made a Mario game for any damn thing. Like let's make
I
him a doctor. We have
Right.
Dr. Mario. Let's
what's
make him a
Yeah,
what's
soccer player. We have strikers. Like they made a game for Mario for anything.
what's next?
What's
Mario
next? Like
goes
Mario, let's be a porn star.
whoa.
Mario gonna be a
Mario
porn
and
star,
Luigi, Mario and Luigi in the riots in the race.
right? Mario the activist.
But one thing I love about
Right,
Luigi's Mansion was the more darker tone.
facts.
Yeah, and also because of the fact that when you act like the story might seem simple, but once you understand the lore behind it, it's very complex. When you know the lore behind the people that actually lived that they did it. I used to live in a mansion. Previously had passed away, and now the ghost now haunts it.
When you say Bowser Jr., wasn't Bowser Jr. already in Super Mario 3 with the other kids?
No. See, they try to erase history. So
Oh,
of course Bowser had them 7 kids, but this was Bowser's Simba, if that makes sense. They try to give him a whole new character.
oh, okay. Yeah, because
Yeah,
after
they forgot.
part 3, they never brought back the kids and anything.
Hell no, them ugly ass kids.
The nigga was a bad baby
Was
daddy. He had like 7 kids.
wasn't one of them niggas named Leroy? I was like, how the hell this nigga had a couple named Leroy?
I don't remember no Leroy.
Leroy, Ludwig.
I mean,
I
Ludwig,
can't remember
Roy,
the kids' names. I know there was like it was like one daughter and like the rest of them were like
Yeah,
sons.
Wendy, Iggy,
Wendy.
Iggy, right?
Ludwig.
I remember Iggy.
Iggy was that nigga though.
Wendy was the little thick Cooper daughter.
And I always loved that theme whenever every time you beat them.
Yeah. Yep. This nigga had 7.
I'm like,
Most people don't have 1. He had 7.
I'm like, good God, Bowser, what you been doing all these days?
His pull-out game was weak.
I still feel like him and Peach knocked some boots.
Bowser and Peach.
Yeah.
Is
Low
that
key.
what he be kidnapping her? Whoa.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Quote unquote kidnapped. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kidnapped. Okay. How I go get kidnapped how many times and shit? And you still not give my nigga Mario some play.
I think Peach, something was wrong with her. Like how many times you gotta get kidnapped?
Like, come on, bitch, keep still, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like she got kidnapped by Donkey Kong and Mario had to save her.
Like, fuck wrong with you? Fuck wrong with you? How the fuck you a fucking princess? And you mean to tell me this motherfucker is still? You mean to tell me this motherfucker is still a plumber? Nah, fuck that shit. I want to be a goddamn king. Fuck a plumber.
Man,
The most bravest shit your ass ever done was fire Toad and shit. That's the most bravest shit your ass ever done. Fuck them all.
I didn't yeah, there was like some of those Mario because I didn't buy the GameCube, so I didn't play like those Mario games. I remember them when they came out though.
I love Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy. I didn't play that one. I remember when that came out. You know,
My show's about to come on. Shoot, okay.
Yoshi's Island. What was that?
Ooh.
Nintendo.
Yeah, that was a Super Mario. I think Super Mario and shit. Yeah.
Yoshi's Island. That was some shit. You know.
Oh.
Super Mario Kart is one of the best ever though. That's still top 3 for me.
Of course. Of course.
On any system, like any system they put Super Mario Kart on, it's still great.
Mario Kart Double Dash. Oh
yeah.
Double Dash.
Come on, man.
Double Dash.
Come on.
That shit was fire.
That was my game right there.
Yeah.
Double Dash. Toadstool Tour. That was my game as well.
I used to tell motherfuckers to eat my ass in that game and shit.
Yeah. Okay. No Diddy. Pause. No Diddy.
Chill out. Now Lil Durk was finna by NBC. Y'all stupid, man.
Another home run. What happened to the Dodgers?
Q Try is just trolling your ass right now.
Yeah, cause they've been doing this for like the whole week. All these Dodger fans coming out of nowhere. Y'all forget who y'all playing? Y'all not playing the St. Louis Cardinals.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, let me end off this because my show Abbott Elementary is about to come on soon. But yeah. So I'm gonna end this off right here because I know Try, you and Mike gotta get ready for a podcast later on
That's
too.
that's gonna be after the game. I said 11:30, but hopefully the game is done by then. It's almost done anyway. So, but 11:30, Bram Stoker's Dracula review. Me and Mike gonna do that. So this is like my first horror review in a while, Reg, because I haven't done a couple of them in years. So this gonna be my first one in forever.
But look at you,
Yeah, I said I got to bring back the horror reviews. You know what I'm saying? So
right?
why not do it on my favorite vampire film all time, my favorite Dracula film?
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. You got anything coming up, Rayshawn?
Yeah, for November 10th, I'm 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 reviewing Cyndi Lauper's second album, True Colors.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Dope.
You said November 10th.
Yeah.
I thought you had something
And
tonight.
no, well, that tonight. I already did my Dead Silence review tonight.
Okay.
That's done.
Okay.
That's done. Give love to an underrated horror film from
Right.
'07.
Yeah, Dead Silence. Dead Silence is dope.
Yeah,
They need a sequel for that.
de- definitely. Or make it like a mini series of it, like a
Hmm.
mini,
Yeah.
yeah, a mini series where they delve into Mary Shaw's past. Cause they,
Yeah. I
cause, like,
definitely, cause they didn't do it enough in the film.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like the end. I feel like the ending to that film, like while it was still scary,
Mhm.
it kind of felt like there's still so many answers that well questions that still need to be answered.
I didn't like the ending. The ending sucked with the girl blowing out the candle.
That was
So
like
what was she? Did she become Mary Shaw or? Cause I'm thinking like she got possessed by the old lady or
I
whatever.
think she got possessed. I think she got possessed, or yeah, she got possessed, and then she
Okay.
ripped out.
And then
Yeah,
it just went off like that. I'm like, this is whack.
and it
I don't like that
and
ending.
it showcased Jamie and the rest of his family on now adults. That was kind of creepy. That was
Yeah,
creepy though, the way they look. But
yeah.
there is an alternate ending to it though
Oh,
on
there is. I
YouTube.
never seen the alternate ending.
Yeah,
That's probably
there
the
was
one they should have showed.
yeah there was an alternate ending, and then coming off, and then for November 17th, um, I'm gonna review Janae Eichel's unreleased album from 2003.
Mm,
You
okay.
said
Yep.
unreleased.
Yeah, the one she came out when she was a teenager.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
during the 2000s, where she was like part of B2K.
Oh
Oh,
God, never mind.
she's a part of B2K. Wow.
But she was younger when she released her album. My name is Janae,
Hmm.
but it never got
Oh
released.
God.
Yeah, it
Wow.
never got released though.
Thank God.
But
That's crazy.
I, I
but it has
forgot
some
she was in
joints though,
Beach.
like but it has some joints I like Pain, No Love, like yeah, it got joints though.
Didn't she have a group with her sister? Her sister is a singer too.
Yeah, Mila J.
Right, Mila J.
That sounded like a 2000 name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Mila J.
Oh,
All right.
looking forward to that. But so follow Ray Sean's channel. Everybody should be following each other's channel on here, man.
But she was like a backing vocalist. Yeah, backing
Yeah.
vocalist.
She was Mila J was on the last Jodeci album. The past, was it the past, the future, the past, or some shit like they call it.
Past, future, past,
Yeah,
present, future.
yeah. She was on one of those songs on here.
And also, with that, but I'm gonna review Alessia Carr's EP this summer. Her EP.
Oh,
Yep. So good stuff coming.
You said
Dre
who's
and
EP?
Snoop. Huh?
Alessia Carr's EP this summer.
Oh, okay.
Dre and
Yeah.
Snoop, December 12th. I don't think it's gonna come out December 12th. Just knowing how Dr. Dre do, I'm not. He might push that shit back to next December 12th.
We'll see.
What's the single? He has to be dropping a single between now and December 12th.
There you go. I feel like he's gonna drop a single like next week or some shit.
Like,
Maybe.
yeah, it got to come out in November.
All right. But other than that, I mean, I said what I had to say and stuff like that too. So I definitely can't wait to see what y'all got coming out.
Yes.
But I'm gonna end this off right here, and I'll see y'all niggas later.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out. Ghostbusters for life.